Japanese carp, called as the koi carp fish or simply as koi, has been a favorite aquatic pet since time immemorial. There are many attractive qualities of this fish, one of which includes being magnificently colorful. Additionally, the koi diet is quite varied, making it easier to provide the fish its sustenance. It can eat almost anything worth eating, from vegetables to fruits, and even meat. The koi can also be trained to approach its human handlers and nibble food from the proffered hand, something that a lot of fish species are not particularly prone to do. The koi fish can survive a long time because it is naturally hardy and resilient, no matter what the water conditions are. It is said that the oldest koi to have survived captivity was Hinako, who lived to a ripe old age of 266-year-old. Nonetheless, that does not mean that koi care should be lax to the point that it might border on being negligent. Koi care can be easy, as long as you remember some vital details about how this beautiful fish thrives. First of all, a koi fish is a social fish. Although it can survive on its own, it can show more of its personality by being in a small school. The best koi care would then have to start by placing the fish in a new watery home, which should be large enough to accommodate a small. Koi actually prefer the cold waters, but thrives well in warm waters too, which makes it ideal as a pond pet. During warm weather, the koi can be a gregarious spirit. It can mix very well with other fish species, and others of its kind. If you are setting up a pond with mixed species, the koi should be a great addition to your roster. You do have to remember that most fish species are opportunistic feeders, and if they can swallow a fellow aquatic pet, they will be more than willing to do so. The koi is no exception. It is therefore necessary to introduce koi fishes and other species that are of the same size and same growing potential. For koi care during the colder seasons, you must remember that the fish tends to hibernate, or at least, their gastric system does. The fish remain relatively active during this period, but their digestive system literally slows down almost to a halt. Feeding them during the peak of the colder season will only have dire consequences, since their metabolism cannot digest the food. The fish is highly prone to bloating at this stage, and some may die from this condition. It would be best to let the koi nibble on some of the algae growth in the pond until the warmer seasons come in. It is also normal to see your pet koi shedding a few grams of weight during the colder seasons.